Gangsta rap, a genre that's sparked more controversy than a presidential debate. But what if the music we've been told glorifies violence is actually a powerful form of social commentary?
Oh, now that's an interesting take. Are you saying gangsta rap isn't just about guns and money?
Well, it's certainly more complex than that. Gangsta rap emerged in the late 1980s as a raw, unapologetic subgenre of hip-hop. It focused on the realities of urban gang life and street hustling, but it also became a vehicle for addressing deeper societal issues.
I see. So, who were some of the pioneers of this genre?
While NWA is often credited with popularizing gangsta rap, artists like Schoolie D and Ice-T were laying the groundwork earlier. In fact, Schoolie D's 1985 track PSK What Does It Mean is often cited as the first gangsta rap song.
Wow, 1985. That's earlier than I thought. What set gangsta rap apart from other hip hop at the time?
It was really the subject matter and the way it was presented. Gangsta rap didn't shy away from depicting the harsh realities of life in American ghettos. It was raw, often violent, and unapologetically real. This approach, garnered both praise and criticism.
I can imagine it must have been quite shocking for some listeners. How did people react to it?
As you might expect, reactions were pretty polarized. Critics argued that gangsta rap promoted violence, misogyny, and criminal behavior. They saw it as a negative influence, especially on young listeners. But supporters viewed it as a form of artistic expression that reflected the realities of life in marginalized communities.
It's interesting how art can be such a powerful mirror for society, even when it makes people uncomfortable. So, when did gangsta rap really hit the mainstream?
The genre gained significant mainstream popularity in 1992. That was a pivotal year, marked by the release of Dr. Dre's album, The Chronic, which introduced the G-Funk sound. It was also the year that Snoop Dogg rose to fame. But this mainstream success didn't come out of nowhere. It was built on the foundation laid by earlier artists and albums.
Oh man, The Chronic. That album was everywhere. I remember hearing nothing but a G thang constantly on the radio.
Exactly. And you know, the late 1980s to mid-1990s is often referred to as the golden age of gangsta rap. This period saw the release of seminal albums like NWA's Straight Outta Compton in 1988, which really put gangsta rap on the map.
So, what made it a golden age? Was it just about the music, or was there more to it?
It was a period of incredible creativity and impact. While the music was certainly central, it wasn't just about the beats and rhymes. Many artists used their platform to offer socio-political commentary. They were addressing issues like police brutality, systemic racism, and economic inequality in their communities.
That's fascinating. It's like gangsta rap was serving as both entertainment and a form of social critique. How did the genre evolve over time?
Well, throughout the 1990s, we saw the genre grow and change in significant ways. Tupac Shakur became one of the most iconic figures in gangsta rap. His album, All Eyes on Me, achieved multi-platinum success and really showcased the commercial power of the genre.
I remember the East Coast-West Coast rivalry being a big deal in the mid-90s. Did that impact the evolution of gangsta rap?
Absolutely. The rivalry added another layer of intensity to the genre, and sadly, it had real-world consequences with the deaths of both Tupac and the notorious B.I.G., but it also pushed artists on both coasts to new creative heights.
So, what happened as we moved into the late 90s and early 2000s? Did gangsta rap maintain its dominance?
The genre continued to evolve, but it also faced new challenges. We saw the rise of Southern and Midwestern hip-hop, with labels like No Limit Records and Cash Money Records coming to prominence. This period also saw the emergence of the bling era, where the focus shifted more towards displays of wealth and success.
It seems like gangsta rap was constantly reinventing itself. Did it face any significant challenges as we moved into the 2000s?
It did, actually. In the 2000s, gangsta rap started to face some serious competition from alternative hip-hop and new subgenres like crunk and trap. There was a notable moment in 2007 when Kanye West's Graduation outsold 50 Cent's Curtis in a highly publicized sales battle. Many saw this as a turning point, signaling a shift in mainstream hip-hop away from the gangsta rap style.
That's right. I remember that showdown. It felt like a changing of the guard in a way. But gangsta rap didn't disappear, did it?
No, it certainly didn't. While it may have lost some of its dominance in the mainstream, gangsta rap continued to evolve and influence other genres. In fact, its impact spread globally. You can hear its influence in genres like German gangsta rap and UK road rap.
It's amazing how a genre that started in specific American urban communities has had such a global reach. But I'm curious, given all the controversy around gangsta rap, has there been any research into its social impact?
That's a great question. There have been numerous studies looking at the relationship between gangsta rap and things like violence and crime. The results have been mixed, with no clear consensus on whether there's a causal relationship. It's a complex issue to study because there are so many factors at play.
I imagine it's a difficult thing to measure accurately. There are probably a lot of confounding variables.
Exactly. Critics argue that the explicit lyrics and violent themes in gangsta rap glorify criminal behavior and could influence listeners negatively. But supporters point out that the music is often a reflection of existing societal issues rather than a cause of them.
It sounds like the debate around gangsta rap touches on some really fundamental questions about art, free speech, and social responsibility. Has this led to any legal issues?
Indeed, it has. There have been several legal battles questioning whether rap lyrics should be protected under the First Amendment. In some cases, prosecutors have tried to use an artist's lyrics as evidence in criminal trials, arguing that they demonstrate criminal intent or confess to actual crimes.
That's a pretty scary thought, the idea that your art could be used against you in court. So after all these years, all the controversy, all the evolution, where does gangsta rap stand today?
Well, gangsta rap remains a powerful voice in hip-hop. It continues to evolve, with artists addressing contemporary issues while staying true to the genre's roots in street culture. While it may not dominate the charts like it once did, its influence is undeniable.
It's really quite something when you step back and look at it. A genre that emerged from specific urban experiences has become this global phenomenon, influencing music, fashion, and popular culture around the world.
Absolutely. And I think that's what makes gangsta rap such a fascinating subject. It's not just about the music. It's about how art can give voice to marginalized communities, challenge societal norms, and spark important conversations about race, class, and representation in our culture.
Well, I think we can all agree that gangsta rap, love it or hate it, has certainly given us a lot to think about. It's been a fascinating journey through the history and impact of this controversial but undeniably influential genre.
Indeed, it has. And as we wrap up, I think it's worth remembering that music, in all its forms, has the power to challenge, inspire, and transform. Gangsta rap, with all its complexities and contradictions, is a testament to that power. It's a genre that has forced us to confront difficult realities, sparked important conversations, and undeniably changed the landscape of popular music.
And that's a great point. It's not just entertainment, but a form of cultural expression that's had a real impact on society.
Exactly. And whether you're a fan of the genre or not, there's no denying its cultural significance. Gangsta rap has left an indelible mark on our musical landscape and continues to be a powerful form of expression for many artists and listeners around the world.
Well, that's certainly given me a lot to think about. I feel like I've gained a whole new perspective on a genre I thought I understood.
That's what we aim for here at Oki Radio. Music, like any art form, is always more complex and nuanced than it might appear at first glance. Gangsta rap is a perfect example of how a genre can be simultaneously entertaining and deeply meaningful, controversial, and important.
Absolutely. Well, that's all we have time for today on the Music Time Machine. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of gangsta rap. Until next time, keep listening, keep thinking, and keep the conversation going.